Uniform Oz here. Welcome to my studio. What am I doing outside, you ask? Well, I've been on YouTube for 2 years. I have 540 subscribers and I thank each and every one of you every day. And I thought it was about time I gave you a tour of my studio. So this is my studio. I'll back up a bit. I'll try not to fall. This is my studio. It's 6 meters by 6 meters. It's purpose built. And it's called Inspire, of course, because I hope to inspire people to do some arts and crafts. So this is the entrance. There's my little potted garden and some of the beautiful view I have. I'll swing around here. So that's the side of my house and the view into my goat paddock. So here we are going into the studio. This is my lavender coloured border collie called Toby. He is my constant companion and follows me absolutely everywhere. He's one of my dogs. I have two. Here's a lovely statue that somebody welded that I bought. Absolutely love it. And on my step is the paper I've currently been dyeing. So let's go inside. Hopefully I won't trip over the dog. So here's the entrance to my studio. You're going to get the junk and all, warts and all and everything else tour. Under the table there you can just see my two dogs. The dog on the right is Rex. He's 13 years old. He's a border collie as well. He's been clipped out for summer because his coat is so thick and gets so matted. So this is my studio. As you can see, I've got I've got a sink. I've got wall-to-wall cube storage. My table is 7 foot by 7 foot and it can get completely covered when I'm working. So I'll give you a walkthrough. So turning back, there's the door into my studio. That box is full of journals. The blue box is full of cards. And I've tried to set up a lot of storage. That big cupboard there holds most of my sewing stuff. And as you can see, I've got stuff everywhere, but it's my happy place and I like it that way. There's some current projects I'm working on. I have a lot of chairs because I have friends come to scrapbook and card make with me. So I'll step back, try not to trip over the dog. So these two shelves are mainly my art stuff. I have my journals. This is my shelf of journals, finished and in progress, and more art equipment. My collection of papers of all different kinds, mainly recycled papers, and I've got some art papers, some frames. I've got things in tubs. I've got more frames. I've got shelves of books, which I like. I've got art books. Lots of papers. As you can see, it's a mishmash conglomeration of all kinds of stuff and I absolutely love it. So there's my old computer. It's really old. I play my music CDs, some of my music CDs. This was one of my dining tables. I moved it into here to become storage space. And there's some more storage underneath. Here's another view of my table. I tend to have my sewing machine set up all the time unless the girls are coming for scrapbooking. I tend to sit at the chair at the far end. Oh, here's Rex. He's leaving. No, he's changing. This is my old Rex. He's 13. He's a darling old boy. And they spend most of their time asleep under the table. Don't ever let anybody tell you that border collies are hyperactive. I have the two biggest couch potatoes in the world. So here's this table. Now this stuff here came out of a chest a wooden chest that I had in my big shed where I parked my car for years and years and years, and the mice had been through it and the chest was falling to bits and I pulled it all out. It's got hordes of paper, probably from 40 years ago or more, and it's also got photographs and all kinds of stuff. Under here is all my art paper. And oh dear, yes, my Lego collection. I have two Lego collections, one of Star Wars, and this is the Cantina, and I have another collection of Harry Potter, which is in the house, but I won't bore you to death with that. Sometimes I watch a video, and I'll just push the chairs out of the way. So here's some of my cube storage. Up the top I have my Lego collection. The first one I got was the Millennium Falcon. I have Death Star, I have a bomber, and that I have Pose, X-Wing, I have a rare droid carrier. I've got all kinds of fun and games. I grew up with Star Wars, so it's been a big theme of mine. Haven't done a Star Wars scrapbook album yet, so more storage there. Here's some bits and pieces. A friend gave me these lovely tins. I've got a few nice tins now. And on this wall, I have up the top, I have, these are all my scrapbooking albums. Yeah, my life in paper. And then I have, in my cubes, I've got little tubs with storage, and I try and have everything labelled so I know where it is. There's my papers there. More tubs, more papers, more books, more everything. Lots of containers, all kinds of bits and pieces I keep in here. Battery went flat, so I put in a new one. Okay, so I've got more lots of storage, more paper, more paper, more paper, more paper. Yep, I love paper. I'm a Gemini, and she who dies with the most is the winner. I've got distress crayons, I've got alcohol inks, I've got more paper, I've got a series of things from my stickers and small bits of papers. I've got dies up here. As you see, I like to have everything labelled. Unsorted papers, paper pads, so I generally know where things are. I do like to be reasonably organised. There's some really old decoupage I did in the 90s, so there's another one there. Some more tins and albums. These are all my photographs. I currently have 4 boxes of photographs, but I've got hordes more to do. I also dabble in resin, so all my resin stuff is in here. I also dabble in encaustic with wax, that's all in there. This is a box of layouts that don't have a home at the moment, so there's half a box there. And I've got chairs for my girls when they come. My electronic and my hand die cut machine. One of my little artworks. I usually have art hanging all over my studio, but I've currently got an exhibition on, so most of the artwork is not here. Containers, containers, containers. So this was the best thing that was put in when I had the studio built. I bought flat pack cupboards, flat pack cupboards. I think I bought 3 sets of flat pack cupboards. I bought a couple of hardwood benches made in a small Victorian town, and I had the guy who built it put the bench together. It's quite long, and I got given the double sink. It was pretty grotty. I have scrubbed it, but it tends to stay more grotty. There's my clock that I decorated and one of my paintings. This is all a lot of rubber stamps. I do have a lot of rubber stamps thing. And oh, there's the cork board I made. I'm trying to decide. It's actually made with corks, real wine corks. I haven't quite decided where to put it. And yet another cupboard with more. And yes, bless this mess, because I absolutely love my mess. This is my happy place. So what's on my table? I've got some recent supplies from Which Craft Do You Do. Love these fibres. These colours are just to die for. Lace I've been fiddling with. More stickers and offcuts and containers of stuff that I've been fiddling with. I'm always fiddling with something. So I very rarely clear my table. I often... this has been a lifesaver. This was one of the best things I bought. Second hand. Put all my tools and bits and pieces that I use the most on it. That's my actual workspace that I do. I very rarely completely clear my table. I have done it occasionally. I do clear it a little bit when my friends come to scrapbook, but I tend to just sort of push it all onto this side and have that far side clear for them. Anyway, here's my studio. All the glory and mess, my little happy place. Absolutely love this. I come in here, I wouldn't say every day because I'm a little bit busy with volunteering, so I come in here most days. and twiddle around with something. Sometimes it might be just a tidy up or putting things away, or fiddling with a little art, or with a little project I'm working on. I've got bits and pieces and stuff everywhere, but this is what I do, and it keeps me happy and it keeps me sane. Anyway, thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed my tour of my studio. If you have any questions about things you see, just ask down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. And this is what my dogs do most of the day. They just lie here and sleep and bark at things at night. Anyway, all the best. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you soon. Bye.